Full name, date of birth?
Huh?
Full name, date of birth?
Jonathan K. Shumley.
Date of birth? All right, Mr. Chumley, you hear there's a warrant that was issued by Tolleson Municipal Court in August 23rd of this year when you failed to appear on a shoplifting charge. They set a $500 bond on the warrant. Your next court date in that matter will be Tolleson Municipal Court, September 9th at 8:30. The reason you're here tonight is because you were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. A $500 bond was set in that case also. August 30th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, will be your next court date on the felony arrest. All right, Angie Mills, and then it'll be Michael Sikora. Full name, date of birth?
Angie Mills, 9.
All right, Ms. Mills. You were cited by Kyrene, in the jurisdiction of Kyrene Justice Court, for having an open container of alcohol in your motor vehicle. This is alleged to have occurred in May of 2023 when you didn't show up. A month later, in June of 23, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $50 bond. Your next court date will be August 28th at 8:30, Kyrene Justice Court. If you bond out, it's only $50. Make sure you show up on that date and time that's on the order, okay? All right. Michael Sikora, and then it'll be Felicia Ranker.
Michael Jerome Sikora, July.
All right, Mr. Sikora, you have a citation, an arrest warrant out of Pinal County. I'm trying to think here. Let me see the Pinal County Superior Court. This wasn't completed when I first put the document together. The warrant was, you've been charged with possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and driving while under the influence. The warrant was issued on April 12th with a $1,500 bond. Your next court date will be August 28th at 8:30 at Pinal County Superior Court. If you haven't bonded out, the Pinal County Sheriff's Office will pick you up to make the court appearance. There you go.
Thank you.
Felicia Ranker. Then after Miss Ranker will be Gregory Smith. Full name, date of birth, please.
Felicia Ann Ranker.
All right. You're on probation here, Maricopa County, and they contend you violated conditions of probation. And back in, on March 22nd of this year, a warrant for your arrest was issued with a $250 bond. Your next court date on that matter will be August 30th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Then you have two other warrants out of El Centro Justice Court. You were charged with driving on a suspended or revoked license. This is your second arrest in that case. When you'd failed to appear on February 28th of 2023, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Next court date will be August 28th at 8:30 in El Centro Justice Court. And then lastly, you have a warrant out of Kyrene Justice Court, another driving on a suspended license charge. You failed to pay the fine or the sanction. This is your fourth arrest in that case, according to what the arrest warrant said. That had a $50 bond on it. Your next court date will be in Kyrene Justice Court on August 28th at 8:30. There you go. Gregory Smith, and then it'll be Juan Valenzuela. Full name, date of birth?
Gregory Andres Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you were arrested earlier today, charged with aggravated assault, domestic violence form, impeding breathing by choking, a Class 4 felony, unlawful imprisonment, a Class 6 felony, and disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. An $1,800 secured appearance bond is set. Your next court date will be August 30th at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. This is the important part. Conditions of your release include not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or initiate any contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. There you go. Here's your order right there.
Thank you.
Where was I? That was number 29. Juan Valenzuela, and then it'll be Quinlan Hensler. Full name, date of birth.
My date of birth?
Full name and date of birth. God, what have you been doing in there for the last hour?
Juan Hernandez,
All right. You, sir, have been charged by the county attorney's office by direct complaint with possessing dangerous drugs. This is alleged to have occurred in October of 2023. This warrant was issued on May 16th. I am releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, September 9th at 8:30, and I appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, all right?
you said July 9th?
Everything I told you is printed on that form.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Quinlan Hensler, and then it'll be Armando Camarillo. All right, you, sir, by direct complaint, have been charged by the county attorney's office with possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and criminal trespass, a misdemeanor. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I am releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, September 9th at 8:30. On your release order will prominently displayed will be how to get in touch with pretrial services. That's who's going to supervise you. They're really not going to do much except make sure you help you if you need help showing up for the court. But within a few days of your release tonight, call that number for them and check in and touch base with them, all right?
All right.
They're expecting that. Okay, Armando Camarillo, and then it'll be Devin Manley. Full name, date of birth?
12.
Full name.
Armando Camarillo.
There you go. What are you guys doing in there anyway? Does anybody hear what I say? Does anybody watch what somebody else does? Anyway, you were charged by Buckeye Municipal Court. You were to appear there on a possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 1 misdemeanor. This is alleged to have occurred November of last year. When you failed to appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest in December of last year with a $500 bond. What happened?
I didn't have a ride.
All right. Well, now that's how you spend a night in jail. You don't have $500, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, because this is a misdemeanor and that's your first arrest warrant on this matter, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Are you going to show up this time?
Okay.
All right. Next court date, September 10th at 8:30. If you don't show up, the next warrant will be issued and probably still have a $500 bond on it. And you're just going to spend however long it takes in jail, and you can't post the $500 until that case is reconciled. You don't want that to happen. You just got to show up, and that's free, okay?
Okay,
There you go.
thank you.
Devin Manley, and then it'll be Jesus Contreras.
Devin Maurice Manley.
All right, Mr. Manley, by initial arrest warrant, you have been charged by, the North Valley, in the North Valley Justice Court with the offenses of driving while under the influence, 2 different counts. If you're entitled to have an attorney appointed, it'll be at your next hearing. I am, releasing you on your own recognizance to appear on September 10th at 9 o'clock in North Valley Justice Court. And all the information you need is on that order we're giving you, okay?
All right, appreciate it.
All right. Jesus Contreras, and then it'll be Colin Halewood. Full name, date of birth.
Jesus Contreras?
All right. You were charged earlier today with criminal damage, by defacement, a Class 5 felony, and disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I'm releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court downtown Phoenix September 9th at 8:30. On your release order will be how to get in touch with, there's a phone number you can call pretrial services within a few days, touch base with them. They expect you to just call and touch base. Conditions of your release, this is the hard part. You don't want to violate these conditions. Not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, initiating contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. You understand?
Yes.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Order right over there. Colin Howard, and then it will, well, house calls, okay. Bum, 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 bum. Full name, date of birth.
Colin Lane Hallwood.
All right, Mr. Hallwood, you were charged earlier today, arrested earlier today, and charged with possession of a prohibited weapon, a Class 4 felony, obstruction by refusing to give true name initially to law enforcement, a misdemeanor, and possession of an open container of alcohol or liquor in your vehicle, a misdemeanor. Pretrial services says you're financially capable of hiring your own attorney. If you don't agree with that, or if you don't believe it's true, at your next court appearance, you can request appointment of counsel. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court downtown Phoenix September 9th at 8:30. There you go.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.